Shriram, see, we learned so many things about fractions, right? We learned what are how to interpret fractions in terms of part, whole, and so many things. Now we are looking at another concept in fractions called equivalent fractions. Okay, some fractions can be represented as different ways in the same structure. So let's imagine that Ajji has given us a tray full of Mysore Pak. Yeah, yummy hot Mysore Pak, and she has divided that tray into 24 pieces. So there are 24 pieces of Mysore Pak in this tray, and she tells, "Chalo, you eat. All of you share it and share it equally and eat. Not everything for Sri Ram. Okay, so Appa, you and me share these Mysore Pak pieces." So we don't know how much to share because we can't count, we don't know how to count, or we don't know how to divide. So what we think is, let us have one color for each and put dots on each Mysore Pak, and we'll pick our share. So green is you, Sriram. Yellow is me. Blue is Appa. Now we divided it equally, but Ajji wants to know how much each of us ate. Okay, and she wants it in fractions because she's so fond of it. Now Shriram, now look at all the green dots. Just we look at your dots. Look at all the green dots. How many dots do you see here? Out of 24, how many green dots do you see? Yeah, go ahead. 8, yeah. So we can write it as 8 by 24. 8 by 24 is how much each of us will eat. But we can further simplify this, See, if you look at this picture again, there are columns, right? These are rows, these are columns. If you look at columns, there are 6 columns. And your green Mysore Pak, your green dots are in 2 columns, right? So how can we write that? If we have to consider by columns, 2, okay, go ahead. 2 divided by 6. Okay, so we can write it as 2 by 6. See, 8 by 14, 2 by 6, they are the same fraction. We are just simplifying it. So again, if we have to further simplify, if you look at these columns, these three columns are copies of each other. So if we consider just one half of it, okay, then how many columns of Mysore Pak will you get? Only this part. Okay, wait. Yeah, only this part if I am taking. I am hiding this part. How many columns of Mysore Pak will you get? 1 divided by 3. Yes. So, see Sriram, for Ajji's happiness, we made fractions here. So initially we said 8 by 24 is how many pieces you will eat. But if we can simplify it more, it is 2 columns out of 6 columns is how much you will eat. Even more, if you have to simplify, it is 1 column of 1/3 of all the Mysore Paks that you eat. So 1/3 of 24 is 8 pieces. That comes back to your original fraction. So we have simplified it, and all these are called equivalent fractions. So Sriram, on the second day, Ajji brings us one more tray of Mysore Pak. This time, same 24 pieces, but this time 4 people are going to share. It's you, me, Appa, and Tata. So Sriram, Amma, Appa, and Tata. Tata is red dot, okay? So now we will see how much all of us are going to share it equally. So we'll see what is our share, okay? Sriram, so do you want to count the green dots? That is, green is yours. So how many green dots do you see in this 24 pieces? 6. So let's write 6 as 6 by 24, okay? And see if we can find equivalent fractions of this, simplified ones also. So Sriram, see, these 2 rows and these 2 rows are identical. So if I just consider the top 2 rows, see, first and second row, how many green dots do we see, Sriram? 3, yeah, 3 out of 12. Okay, so 3 out of 12. Now 6 by 24 and 3 by 12 are both equivalent fractions. So 3 by 12 is a simplified version of 6 by 24. Now we'll see if we can find the next fraction. equivalent to this. So there are, see, Shriram, I see there are some squares. This is one square. This is another square, another square, another square, another square, another square. So there are 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in each square, equal number of different dots are there. One each of green, yellow, blue, red. So if you look at one square alone, okay. So how many green dots do you see in one square? Just look at this one square. 1. Okay. Out of? Yeah, go for it if you are sure. 4. 1 out of 4. So what do we see here? There are 3 equivalent fractions like last time. We started with 6 by 24, then 3 by 12, and when we look at it as squares, we get 1 by 4. So Shriram, this is day 3, the next day. So Ajji gives you another batch of 24 Mysore Paks. But now there are 6 people sharing. Maybe it's 3 of us, Tata, Ajji, and 2 more friends of yours. So now there are, see, green, yellow, dark blue, red, light blue, purple. 1 for each person. So how many Mysore Pak pieces are you getting, Shriram? Let's talk about you. How many Mysore Pak pieces are you getting from this? 4, yeah. So let's write that as 4 by 24. 4 out of 24. But what is your share? Let's look at that. So Shriram, see, if you look at these 4 rows, these 2 rows and these 2 rows are the same. So just look at half of it. Now how many green dots do you see? That is your Mysore Paks. 2 out of 12. Yes, 2 out of 12. But did you notice that each row is the same? Shriram, see, each row has the same number of these different colored dots. So each row is the same. Now if I just look at one row, yeah, Shriram, if I just look at one row, then you get the green dots you have is 1 out of 6. Yeah. So what did we write? We wrote 3 equivalent fractions: 4 by 24, 2 by 12, and 1 by 6. So Shriram, we are looking at the last tray of Mysore Pak. Okay, lot of Mysore Pak we have had in 3 days. So now there are 8 people to share it. Okay, we have 24 pieces, so there are 8 people to share it. So we have 8 different colors stickers. Okay, so each of us will get, look at the chart and tell me, look at the table and tell me. You can take a look and then tell me. 3. Okay, so let me write that as 3 by 24 because we are talking about fractions. How much will each of us get? So 3 by 24. So do you see any pattern in this, Shriram? I'm not able to find anything. Do you see anything? Okay, rows. Is it T, W, 2, R, O, W, S. Okay, 2 rows. R, E, P, E, A, go ahead, T, I, N, G. Okay, you mean the first, these 2 rows are repeating. 2 rows are repeating. These 2 rows are repeating. These 2 rows are same. You know what is same? Each of them has 1 dot of each color. So if I just take these 2 rows, How many green dots are there, Sriram? First two rows. How many green dots do we see? You can take a look, see? You can take first two rows, we see one green dot out of 8 dots. So we can write 3 by 24 as 1 by 8. These two are equivalent fractions. So we did lot of Mysore Pak talk this week. Yeah. Thank you.